against Rebellion Zion, because as we can see, the heroes from Alter Ego members, they cannot do a good laning phase. In this point, they cannot do a good laning phase. That means that in this early phase, they have to be really careful about not being ganked by the Rebellion Zion team. And for the Rebellion Zion, Lunox, Paquito, and even Clint, these three heroes, they have a big potential on the pick offside. So, if Rebellion Zion can do some damage in the early games and make Alter Ego Esports member do not have the resource in the laning phase, Alter Ego Esports could be down.
And so far, it seems like they are having some problems here. Suelo already taking a lot of damage, and I think this is something that we highlighted earlier on as well.
See,
if
Paquito?
Suelo go against Udil, Udil's gonna have a way better time here,
Wait,
bro.
Oh, Dyron is caught here, gonna get stunned up as well. Dyron way too
Ooh.
aggressive, still has the flicker to get out, but that's a massive resource burnt for the Paquito early on. And look at that top side. I do want to see the minion waves, how it's placed, because the Esme might be able to freeze, but no, he just goes for the shove there in the top side. He's last hitting it, taking it slow. Again, just trying to punish Dyron as much as possible.
Well, the drafts from Rebellion Zion signals that they is kind of winning in this early phase, making the Rebellion Zion have a big potential on the first turtle itself. And if we see at the rotation of the Rebellion Zion itself, Ruby stays in the mid lane area while Clint is alone down there against Cloud. So the roamers in this game is not babysitting the marksman really well, making this will be a big rotational game.
Yeah, Region Arco though in the mid lane was picked off. That's the problem you have when you're a Ruby. When you get stunned up like that without your ultimate, you're very dependent on that. Suelo though, now going up against Udo, has the Brilliance, so he's relatively safe even though he's taking a whole lot of damage. He just backs off, knowing that Sully Boy doesn't have his purple buff. Fearless goes straight for the turtle. With Suelo using the Chaos, he's going to be able to actually help this turtle secure. First turtle of the game going to the hands of Rebellion Zion, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. As Udil is going to go down below, dealing so much damage onto Highs, almost taking him down. Town prediction by Axe. KB and Papulong, they're still staying with Rebellion, man. We were wrong the first game. I'm very curious if we're going to be wrong again here in Game 2.
We'll see, we'll see. So far, Rebellion Zion have been able to have control on those neutral objectives, and which is quite surprising. I thought because of the pressure that they were lacking in that mid side, it would be a little bit more difficult for them. But they've been actually able to convert. To be fair, Alter Ego Esports didn't seem like they wanted to contest though. It seemed like they wanted to focus on that bottom lane, get the pick, and of course focus on that gold shielding, Koji.
Okay, and even when we see on the emblems itself, Clint against a Cloud, the emblems itself is actually benefiting Cloud even more in the early phase because of the weapon mastery, which means one Blade of Despair will have a better damage than Nino using a Demon Hunter Sword, even though he is using an average. But this can be outsmarted by Alter Ego Esports by babysitting Cloud in the bottom lane area, making a really big advantage and making Cloud have some potential to do some teamfight in this early phase.
Miscommunication as well, just now earlier. Rebellion Zion on the gank onto Pi. Fearless wanted to go in. Dyron used his flicker to dish out more damage, but now Region Arco is going to get caught. Still has Fearless to dish out the damage and the PL. Leo Murphy flickering out, but will still fall to the lethal counter. Rebellion Zion making a lot of value, actually getting a lot of value with Region Arco on the Ruby now that he has that ultimate. Early on he was bullied without the ultimate.
I have a fun fact.
What is it?
Throw it at us.
Alter Ego Esports lose to Rebellion Zion here 2-0. Then Alter Ego Esports has an 8th place position curse. Always losing to the person in the 8th place position.
You're right. Geek Fam.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, but wait a minute. Suelo though, he might want to. He disagrees with you. He's gonna get taken down. Pi though, jumping in onto Dyron. So far it's a very close game, but when it comes down to the neutral objective control, it has just been Rebellion Zion. The setup that Fearless has on the Balman has just been phenomenal. His pathing in the game, and he's able to get another gold lead in this game.
Well, remember, Rebellion Zion have not exactly reached their power spikes. Suelo just secured that Clock of Destiny. Winter Truncheon, Lightning Truncheon, all the defense and offensive items like the Divine Glaive have not been secured just yet. So this is just a little trailer to what Rebellion Zion can deal.
And Fearless is just going to be happy doing that.
Oh.
Narco pulls Liam Murphy back. I can do it too. Liam Murphy falling to the hands of Fearless again. That's what the Bowman can do. You're so tanky, you want to be targeted. Sure, go and target me. Once we actually have those other members to calm down, they will be able to follow it up. Just as I say that though, Suelo gets picked off. Mid lane, Region Arco as well, doing some damage, but we have some time to talk about the items here, Choji.
Okay, this is interesting. Klin first item is not going for the endless battle, but it's going for the critical first with the Berserker Fury. But if we look at the Cloud side of items, we can see that Demon Hunter Shot has been safely secured by Cloud, and with the combination of Steel Leg Plates making the sustainability and the offensive side of Cloud is getting better in the bottom lane area. But one thing that I noticed is that Dyron using a Festival of Blood emblem, which means that I think Rebellion Zion is going for a prolonged team fight like this one.
Fearless going to be caught there by the Tempest Blaze and the Dooming Blast, but Fearless is able to maneuver out of that one. Still going to be slain. Liam Murphy tanking the damage, soaking it in for Alter Ego to pick up that kill. He is tanky.
Yeah.
He wants to be targeted, but not like that. That was too aggressive.
But the problem is, with that in mind, Alter Ego Esports, sure, they got a pick-off on the board onto Fearless, but they need to be able to manipulate these waves properly. We saw that Rebellion Zion was able to clear earlier in that top side and actually push and get a little bit of damage to the tower. And Alter Ego Esports, they need to play a little bit more disciplined. Kills are great, but how are they going to convert onto this? Because the turtle is up, but that's not their focus.
Well, so far, the objectives from this game is really towards the Rebellion Zion. As we can see on the top lane area, Rebellion Zion has secured the turret of Alter Ego Esports, the outer turret of Alter Ego Esports. But we can see that Jelly Boy's looking kind of spicy right now. He's not killed at all, making some savings for Rebellion Zion to be popped out for taking down Sally Boy.
They're scaling really well.
Yeah.
They're scaling well, but the thing is, up against this composition against Rebellion, you have a Clint that can scale as well. You have a Lunox that can deal damage, and they go on to Nino. Beautiful read by Nino.
No.
Getting the sprint out, but now it's going to be the re-engage coming in. Nino dodging from everything as he pops into Blazing Duet. Ouijanarco taken low, falling Simon by Pi. Not able to connect just yet. Ouijanarco flickers out of that one. Meanwhile, Rebellion playing the macro game very, very well in the mid lane, going for the turret. Dyron will be able to take it down, but no, my god, he's taken very low. Sunny Boy unable to get the kill onto Dyron. He's 1 HP. Udil should be able to do this one. No! Oh my god, Dyron! Beautiful! Beautiful play by Dyron.
No.
He dodges away. No, he doesn't dodge in the falling time with there. He took way too much. He played that perfectly, but in the end, Sir Pai comes in.
Sir Pai comes in and gets the kill, finally, as Dyron is going to take 15 seconds to get back on the board. So Alter Ego Esports will have the map pressure so far until he does get picked up. But you're right, the Golden Staff has been secured by Nino, which means the power spikes are starting to hit.
Yeah, we can see that from the turret's perspective, Rebellion Zion is leading with 2 turrets has been down by them. But Alter Ego Esports, it seems like they don't care. From the goal perspective, the goal gap is on the Alter Ego Esports side, even if it's just a few margins, just like on the 200 gold.
That's the thing right now as well, right? When we do see the Claude, a lot of people are still saying that Claude is a late game hero. Sure, it is a late game hero, but how Alter Ego have drafted their composition is they're using the Claude for that mid game power spike. Right now though, Ouijanarco gonna get caught 1v3, pulled back in by the I'm Offended. Ruby got I'm Offended, and the same goes for Alter Ego. We're now looking for Highs. Say goodbye to Highs because he is alone in the 5-man gank. Dyron still trying to look for compensation as he pushes the top lane. Pi needs to answer that right now, and he will be able to, walking all the way down to that top side.
I just want to take a note before the game starts. We said that Alter Ego Esports do have a lot of kills but no objective, and here it is, the proof of it.
And here it is.
Just one turret with 7 kills is not good enough for Alter Ego Esports to win this game.
Absolutely. Udil as well, though. He was jumping in very aggressively. Selly Boy didn't have the Tempest of Blades. Fearless is able to take him down. Ouijanarco has the I'm Offended. Doesn't pop it here. Rebellion Zion back off with a 1-0 trade. That was also a shutdown. Massive for Rebellion.
Yeah, big mistake there for the side of Alter Ego Esports. They don't want to do that. They don't want to make those over and undisciplined movements, because that's exactly how the opponents usually capitalize on. And the beautiful thing is, we mentioned that the EXP lane matchup is going to be interesting, and in this particular matchup, Dyron is going to give Pi a very hard time, and we see that actually happening. Dyron being able to clear very fast, but what?
Beautiful Lumina Blast onto 3 members. Nino coming in as well, but Fearless somehow still able to secure the Lord without the lethal counter. My goodness, that was brilliant by Fearless.
Well, that's a good trade for Rebellion Zion. Yes, Swallow is down, but they're
don't
trading it for the Lord. And this will be a big boost for Rebellion Zion. As we can see on the bottom lane turret, it's still standing for Alter Ego Esports. And maybe, just maybe, with Alter Ego Esports pushed down on the top lane with the Lord inside of Rebellion Zion, the bottom lane can be destroyed, and slowly but surely Rebellion Zion can take a little by little from the turret of the Alter Ego Esports. As we look at the item itself, we can see that Clint has secured onto the Endless Battle and the Berserker Fury. So a free hit is imminent for Rebellion Zion, and the rest of it Fearless taking Blade Armor, meaning that Nino should be watching out.
Beautiful Hawk there by Narco. Oh my goodness, that I'm offended. Just trashed Udil. 2-1 and 4, but it does not matter. The sprint was not enough to get him out to safety. Rebellion are possibly looking for the end with this Lord, Eterna.
Wait, but look at Selly Boy. I think he's trying to do something here, trying to push that mid-side turret, but look at this!
Let's see, blazing to it again. Nino dealing damage onto Narco, getting 1 kill. Fearless taken low once again. Swalo comes in to the fray, dealing out so much damage, and Darren flickers forward. This is going to be Selly Boy against the world. He has the retribution. He is going to be able to get that one, but the defense comes in. The minions will not be necessary. Clean sweep from Rebellion. Absolutely trashing Alter Ego.
What are the 3 faces to the Blue Bulls? That is the statement that they are making today.
Wow.
Clawing their way out of that 8th place position, replacing Geek Fam, sending them back down, and Alter Ego's spot is as precarious as ever.
Okay,
Wow.
first of all,